there, Sloflinski Homes. I hope you're doing well today. Boy, I am really excited about this discussion we're going to have today. Currently, the real estate market this year, we're still experiencing a shortage of available homes for sale for the buyers out there. And the buyers I've been working with so far are experiencing multiple offer situations or bidding wars, as some people refer to them. And when that happens, a home will typically sell for at least the list price, sometimes 20 or 30, maybe even more, $1,000. But what if you saw a home that had good bones but needed some TLC, that you may not have really paid much attention to because the cost of those renovations, you just don't have the extra cash, or it would eat up a lot of your available cash and then you wouldn't have an emergency fund. What if there's a way to make that home your own and finance the whole project into your mortgage? So today I am going to bring on Jack Jones with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. And Jack has been helping home buyers get the homes, finance their homes for over 32 years in both Illinois and Wisconsin. So without a doubt, he has seen everything. And I'm really excited about this discussion because he's going to talk about a tool they have, a product they have with Fairway, and that is home renovation loans. Now, these are different than years ago. You might have heard of 203K loans, renovation loans, and I've had several buyers look into it, but it was such a tedious and stressful process that they decided not to go that route. When I had a talk with Jack just a little while ago, and he told me about their product, I was like, wow, why wouldn't any buyer even consider this? So I am bringing on Jack. Jack, how you doing today?
Hello, Slav. Thanks for having me.
So Jack, I am so excited to talk to you about this product that you and Fairway have with the home renovation loan. I think many home buyers don't realize that this could be an option for them. And with the homes that do need a little work or need a lot of work, typically they can secure a purchase price that is far lower than being involved in the multiple offer situation. So why don't you jump right in and tell us a little bit about your home renovation loan and how it works?
Well, Slav, that's exactly right what you said. As you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of competition, too many buyers, not enough sellers. There's not too many buyers, there's not enough sellers. And so what we've
Right.
experienced the last few years is buyer fatigue. Some buyers are tired of having to make a decision too quickly about if they want to buy the home, and they're competing with many other buyers, and they can't or not willing to be the highest price. And after 2 to 5 experiences, they wear out. An alternative, a solution might be a renovation loan. And here are the reasons why. Instead of looking for the perfect home, you can look for, as you said, a home with great bones, but it needs a little love. Chicago and the surrounding suburbs have a colossal stock of homes like this. So there should be plenty to find. Homes that have been on the market for over a year because they're distressed. And now the buyer is the only person making an offer because the home's been on the market a while, because people shy away from it because it needs all those repairs. You don't need the money to make the repairs. You could just finance it. So just to give a very simple example, if a person is looking at $500,000 homes, maybe they look at $400,000 homes that have been on the market over 30 days or longer, that are distressed, need some repair, need some remodeling, need some work. And let's just say, for our example, it's 100,000 of work. With 100,000 of work, that 400,000 home would be a 500,000 home. So the buyer goes in, brings a contractor, and says, "This is what I need and want done." The contractor creates a bid. The bid shows very detailed what they're going to do and the cost. We approve the contractor in the bid. At the same time, the buyer is working out a purchase contract with that seller, in our example, for 400. And then we send out an appraiser. The appraiser is not going to appraise the property as it is. They're going to appraise it as it will be done when the bid is complete. The appraiser will have a copy of that bid. So the appraiser comes back at a 500 value, even though the home is selling for 400, and none of the work's been done yet. And then we close. The day after closing, the buyer's contractor gets a 50% material draw and starts working. And as they work, the money is dispersed. The buyer is putting their down payment not based on the 400 purchase price, but on the 500 purchase price. So instead of buying a $500,000 home where they're competing with 5 to 20 other buyers, they're buying a $400,000 home and making it a $500,000 home, even though the work hasn't been done yet. So it's the same purchase price. So everybody walking around with a pre-approval for a $500,000 home, they may not realize it, but they're approved for a renovation loan for a $400,000 home with $100,000 worth of work. They're the only ones making an offer. We can't guarantee anything, but what we've experienced is 70% of the time it appraises higher than they need because, again, they're the only ones making an offer. Sellers love them because they've been on the market for over 30 days and they're worried. They know their realtor has told them, or they know intuitively, hey, my home's not going to sell quick and it's not going to sell for top dollar because look at all this work that needs to be done. They know it. The buyer is doing them a favor coming in with this renovation product. So we've seen sellers willing to bend, maybe give a little closing cost credit, and instead of paying more than list price, maybe you're paying a little less than list price.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that is really, I mean, that's great information. A couple points there I want to talk about is number one, you mentioned that, of course, you can't guarantee it, but sometimes the home will appraise higher after the work's done than the cost of the renovation. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but that could mean that all of a sudden that home buyer, right, will have higher equity in the home. And so if they don't put the 20% down when they put that purchase, and it actually appraises higher, it maybe brings them a little bit closer to getting rid of that PMI payment.
You're
Is that
100%.
true?
You are 100% correct. Yes, we've seen that happen as well.
Yeah. So I know that you mentioned that many times you could close in less than 30 days, which I think when you're adding all these different variables of construction, remodeling, and trying to get the prices together, that it's just phenomenal. How does it differ from a conventional loan as far as interest rates? I know you can't give any specific numbers, right? Because every home buyer is different with their financial situation, what they qualify for. But is it significantly higher than a conventional loan, regular loan, or just not much difference at all?
There are, my opinion is it's not much difference at all. There are days when I price a regular loan and this is a conventional renovation loan. I price them, and some days they're priced the same. Some days, maybe 30% of the time, they're an eighth of a percent, 0.125 higher. I've seen a couple days where it's a quarter higher. So most days the same, half the time or a third of the time, maybe an eighth or quarter higher in interest
Yeah,
rate.
I mean that's not much difference at all open up that option for that home buyer because, like you said, a lot of home buyers are frustrated. I've had home buyers looking for quite a while and getting out there not because they weren't didn't want that home enough, but because they were getting to the cap of what they could afford. But to have that option of a home that could need a little work, and then you could remodel it just the way you want it, which I think is a huge benefit for home buyers because no matter how nice a home looks or has been updated, it's not their touches, it's not their finishes, and this is an opportunity to really make that home theirs, isn't it?
That's the feedback we've been getting from our clients is that, gee, the other homes, they were great. They're still somebody else's home, somebody else's taste. With the renovation, you can install, fix, or remove a fence, install, fix, or remove a pool. You can do landscaping, do a fancy backyard patio and trellis and built-in barbecue. Obviously, flooring, painting, remodeling bathrooms and kitchens. It's endless.
Yeah, I mean that's wonderful. So, question. So I was familiar with the 203k loans in the past, right? How does this differ, and why is this a better option?
Well, just as the F, there's FHA and there's conventional. So when you hear people say, or anybody hears Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, conforming, conventional, regular, or normal, those are 6 or 8 words all meaning the same thing. Almost 100 years ago, the government created FHA and tweaked about 20 to 50 guidelines to make it slightly easier to get a mortgage and made a government insured program for people that almost but didn't quite fit in the box. Some time ago, the government said, hey, let's have a renovation program. So they created this 203K. It's an FHA program. You have more expensive mortgage insurance. And on most circumstances, the mortgage insurance is permanent to the loan. The government's very keen on protecting people. Some people's opinion is overprotecting. That's an opinion, maybe. So with the FHA renovation loan, which we have and we can do, you have to have a HUD consultant, a third party person. So everything the borrower does and everything the bank does has to be sent to this HUD consultant. They have to review it and approve it. And sometimes they come back and ask for adjustments. And when that happens, as you can imagine, people have opinions and commentary. Hey, maybe this is great, or gee, this is unnecessary. With a Fannie or Freddie conventional renovation program, you don't have that. You still have your attorney looking at things. You still have your
See.
realtor looking at things, and you are looking at things, and you are an adult, deciding which contractor you want to use and looking at the bid. and so forth. So the way it can go faster is when people are already have their contractor, or they're happy with, they really quick decide on who their contractor is going to be, and they like the bid the first time through, and so forth.
Yeah, absolutely. And with my experience with any third parties situations, it just adds stress and frustration to the process. And what your product, I mean, it appears to be a much better option for today's home buyer to get into that home that they want.
And,
Jack, it's go ahead.
oh, I was just going to remind, the neat thing about it is a person might walk through a property and say, I love it. It has the right amount of bedrooms. Everything's laid out the way I want. The location's great, but oh boy, it's going to need 50,000 to work, and I don't have the money, or I don't want to borrow it later. So I guess I'm not looking at this. And it might be time to retrain people's mindsets that no, you can just add it to the purchase price. Like, hey, oh, I love this. This property would tease me because the price was so low, but oh boy, I have to put 80,000 of work in. Well, by putting the 80,000 work in, you bring it up to the same value of these homes that are getting multiple offers that you keep losing because you're not able or willing to be the highest offer. It's solving that problem.
Absolutely. And I don't know what your opinion or what you're hearing, but I don't think the shortage of available homes is going to change anytime soon. It'll be a little ups and downs, but right now, at least for several years, I think we're going to have more buyers than sellers. And yeah, it's time to retrain buyers and look at all options available to them.
I agree. It's not there's a little work involved. There's a sense of adventure you have to have. So maybe it's not
Sure.
for everybody, but there's a portion of buyers out there that don't even realize this could solve their problem. They could be in a home this
Yeah,
year.
fantastic. So, Jack, if somebody wanted to reach out to you, connect with you to learn more about this renovation program, how would they do that?
Well, the best two ways would be to text me at my cell phone. You can call me, but you can also text me to arrange, schedule a call, 630-901-9844. And then my email is jackj@fairwaymc.com.
So, please, if you're considering a home renovation loan, contact Jack right away. With 32 years of experience, he's going to take care of you. He's seen every situation, and he'll make sure that the whole process is smooth and stress free. So, this is Sloplinski Homes. Happy house hunting.
Thanks for
Make
having
it a
me.
great day. You're welcome.